with Lori Herbst and Chris Sherry at the Punk Rock and Paintbrushes event. So you guys both have artwork in the show tonight. How is it kind of being married and then being artists together? Like pros and cons? Like, do you work off of each other?
You know, I work in the basement and he works upstairs. So, but we like working together. That's kind of our favorite thing. So,
and sometimes we'll do pieces that are collaborative pieces. So like it might be something that I designed, and you know, Lori might make a bag of it like that.
Yeah.
So like if I've designed it, she sometimes does that. So I mean, we do work collaboratively, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm like your biggest fan.
I feel
like,
the same way.
for your stuff.
Yeah, we just,
so like and like the fact that, you know, she's down in the basement working a lot, it like makes me go, well, okay, if she's in the basement, like what else am I going to do that's productive? So I might as well be doing some artwork too. So I think that really kind of like pushes each other to get going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean,
and we love showing together because then we can hang out together.
Well, we like kind of being like a package deal too. Yeah. So like if I'm involved, it's kind of nice that Lori can be involved too, because like, I mean, we've only got one car, so like we can't do separate things. So like, you know, we might as well, right?
Yeah. I know the feeling. We have one car too.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. You're stuck with each other.
Yeah.
Well, so you guys are both wearing these matching Descendent sweaters tonight, and that was actually a piece that you designed back in 2011, right?
Yes, yeah.
Do you make a new one every year, or is it the same one? This is like the most popular piece.
Yeah, we've kind of started, well, I guess, I mean, we're kind of responsible for like kicking that really off. I mean, because in 2011, you know, when we did that, it was like nobody was doing that, and like immediately afterwards, I think the first one that I saw after that was Motorhead was doing it, and then Metallica was doing it, and then kind of everybody was. And so for the first year, you know, we just did a printed sweatshirt, and we were like, wow, that was cool, and it did really well, so we went, well, let's do it again. So we did it again, and we did 3 that were just printed sweatshirts, and then we were like, well, let's up the ante a little bit. So we started doing actual printed ones, and you know, like actual woven sweater things. And then this year, you know, we did the cardigan, which was different again. So I think we've done, I want to say that we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've done 7 that were unique for each year. So almost every year, I think we did one that was a repeat. But yeah, almost every year we're doing a new thing.
That's awesome. I feel like the cardigan fits really well with the vibe of the Descendents.
Yeah.
Kind of the whole like nerd punk.
I'm so happy to have a cardigan. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like I was pushing for like a cardigan, like just a regular, just like black or gray with just a little Milo head. So I don't know, maybe we'll do that eventually. But like I was pushing for the cardigan for a while, so.
That's cute. And then you showed your bag. You also are known for like the glitter vinyl portraits and bags that you do. Right. Do you think this will be something that comes into play into the Descendents merch?
I've made
I've made
Descendents bags. I've made hundreds, literally hundreds.
So that was for
Descendents
Coachella.
Bags. But yeah, for Coachella one year, and then I'd make them for Valentine's Day and this and that.
I mean, your bags are gorgeous, and just all of the glitter vinyl work that you do is incredible. I mean,
it sparkles, right?
Yeah. What goes into working with like such a sturdy fabric like that? Is it difficult?
It's not difficult. Well, I've been doing it a long time, so it's not difficult now. But it was. In the beginning, I needed something that was really sturdy because I drop stuff and I have coffee all the time and I spill it, and so I wanted something to work with that I could hold and move. And you know, I encourage people at shows, go touch my stuff. That's what it's designed. It's designed to be sat on, so you can touch it. And I just like that. I like touching things, and that's always bad at shows, so I have to keep one of these, and then I can keep my hands to myself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obsessed. It's so gorgeous, and I feel like the women's punk rock merch out there is kind of, you know, few and far between, where it's like attractive, it's cute, it's sturdy, which is, as a punk rock girl, you run into that mosh pit,
right?
You need to have a sturdy bag where your shit's not falling out.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
That's amazing. Do you have plans to maybe make more bags for other bands? Like,
I do some work for Real Big Fish, and
awesome.
You know, I've done bags for the
AQUABATS.
AQUABATS, and yeah, if people want them, I'll make them. I think it's fun. Yeah,
amazing. Well, and I saw that you actually also just did a design for the Adolescents for their new T-shirt for their show that was like a week ago.
Yeah, it was
in Orange
last
County.
Saturday. Yeah,
and it had the Steve Soto heart in it to remember him.
Yeah.
So what went into kind of creating that design? It is a little different from some of their previous stuff, but
yeah, you know, I wanted to keep it. I mean, it kind of tied in with like the classic. So I mean, it's still the double stacked logo with the hyphen in it, and I mean, Kids of the Black Hole is one of the best like punk rock songs ever. And I wanted to do something that was tied in specifically with that song. And, you know, in Kids of the Black Hole, you know, they're talking about messages and slogans, you know, the primary decor on the walls of the black hole. And so I wanted it to be spray painted and it looked like somebody scratched it onto a wall.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just made perfect sense to me. And, you know, the funny thing is that, you know, Steve Soto and I had been talking about, well, we need to do some more Adolescence merch.
Yeah.
So we were kind of talking about that. And then when he unexpectedly passed, I was like, well, I have unfinished work to do. So if they're keeping going, you know, I want to make sure that there's like something new to just go, okay, this is something Steve and I had talked about.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going. And it's not just, okay, well, good for them, but more like, okay, let's keep honoring, you know, like what Steve had laid down and what Steve and Tony had been laying down for close to 40 years now. So, yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things that I really wanted to do as like, you know, just out of respect for Steve. And I was just very happy that they, you know, they said, yeah, let's make this happen.
That's awesome. I mean, it's such a beautiful design. It's very, you can see the, you know, the homage paid to the original logo, but it's very your style.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you.
Well, so you guys do have pieces in the show tonight. What are some of your favorite pieces that you brought to exhibit?
I just brought a couple of pieces, so I like them both.
That's easy.
The Henry piece that I did is, I really think it would look great in somebody's powder room. Yeah. Although it may make them really uncomfortable, but I think that would be kind of perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if it's like right in front of your toilet and it's just this screaming Henry Rollins face, like I can definitely like see just like sitting on the crapper, just
Wouldn't
going,
that be the greatest?
ah!
Yeah,
You know, it'd be awesome.
You'd feel like he was commiserating with you.
Yeah, or helping you get it out.
Yeah, there
you
you
know,
go.
like,
Take a shit!
Yeah, I mean, I would. You know, Henry's yelling at me. I'll fine.
Totally,
I'll take a dump.
And the other one I did was Stray Cats, and I had a 55 when I was growing up, so doing the 57 was fun, and yeah, cars, you know, they're fun.
And what about you? Do you have a favorite piece?
Yes, Prison Mike. So there's a Sharpie sketch that I did that's Steve Carell from The Office. And there was one episode where he was role playing as like this hard edged prison guy, Prison Mike. And when he was doing it, he's got a bandana on that he pulls down kind of low. And I thought, you throw a suicidal tendencies hat on there, and like now you're talking. And I was like, I could do that. Like that's a good idea. So I did it, and I love it. It was one of those ones that like, I don't know. I don't necessarily believe in divine intervention, but I sometimes feel like these aren't my ideas. This is like there's a higher power giving me really good ideas, and that was one that I was like, yes, Prison Mike.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my favorite. Well, and then there's a Ramones color block portrait thing. That
I saw that one on your Instagram.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorites. I mean, I was so happy with it because I tried to make it as simple as possible. But like you look at it, you know, okay, exactly who it is. There's no confusion. Yeah, exactly. And who doesn't love the Ramones? I mean,
everybody, they're amazing.
Yeah. So this past weekend, I saw CJ Ramone a couple of times, and you know, I showed it to him, and he was like, "Oh man, that's great! Oh, I just love that." And I said, "Don't worry, I'm doing a CJ version." And he was like, "Oh, really? You're gonna do one of me? Oh man, that's awesome!" So
that's cool.
You know, like for like the surviving members like Marky and CJ, I'm gonna do one of those. And I was like, I'm gonna start doing like like the full band portrait ones. So I'm gonna do a few of those, I think.
Aww.
But I love the Ramones one. I'm like, part of you just goes, I hope it doesn't sell, so we can put it up in the house. And then I think, well, we're running out of wall space. We have a tiny home, so.
Oh, you guys are so much fun. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me tonight.
Thanks for asking us.
Yeah, I'm such a fan of both your artwork. You guys are incredible.
I'm Lori HERBST.
And I'm Chris SHARY, and you're watching Last Rockers TV.